Success starts in your mind. Today you will discover why a growth mindset is the single most powerful tool you can use to transform your life. Have you ever wondered what truly separates those who achieve their dreams from those who remain stuck in place? It is not always talent, resources, or even luck. More often than not, the defining factor is something much deeper, something that resides within us all. It is the internal compass that guides our every decision, action, and reaction. This internal force is our mindset, the subtle yet powerful lens through which we view our potential and the world around us. It is the architect of our future, quietly building the framework for everything we will become. This video is designed to be your guide on a journey of profound personal transformation. We will not be talking about quick fixes or temporary boosts of motivation. Instead, we will explore the very foundation upon which all lasting success is built, your way of thinking. You will learn what a growth mindset truly is, and why it is the essential ingredient for progress in every facet of your existence, career, finances, health, relationships. We will delve into how your thoughts directly shape your behavior, which in turn creates your results. The goal is to illuminate this connection, making it so clear that you can begin to consciously shape your own destiny starting today. Imagine for a moment that your mind is like a garden. Some gardens are left untended, with fixed boundaries and limited potential, allowing only what has always grown there to continue. Other gardens are cultivated with intention and care. The soil is nurtured, new seeds are planted, and the boundaries are constantly expanded to welcome new growth. A growth mindset is the act of becoming that dedicated gardener for your own mind. It is the conscious decision to believe that your abilities, your intelligence, and your character are not set in stone. They are dynamic, malleable, and capable of incredible expansion through dedication and hard work. This simple but profound belief changes everything. Throughout our time together, we will navigate a clear path toward understanding and adopting this powerful perspective. We will start by defining the growth mindset in simple, practical terms. Then, we will contrast it with its counterpart, the fixed mindset, so you can clearly identify which one is currently guiding you. We will look at real-world stories of successful individuals who harnessed this way of thinking to overcome immense challenges. Finally, and most importantly, we will provide you with simple, actionable, daily steps and habits you can implement immediately to begin cultivating a growth mindset of your own. This is not just about learning, it is about becoming. So, let's begin. At the heart of our discussion lies a fundamental choice between two distinct paths, each leading to a vastly different destination. These paths are defined by two opposing mindsets, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. The distinction was first identified by world-renowned Stanford University psychologist Carol Dweck. Understanding this difference is the first critical step toward unlocking your own potential. It is like being given a map that shows two routes to a mountaintop. One is a dead end, while the other leads directly to the summit. The choice of which path to take begins with awareness. A fixed mindset operates from the belief that our qualities, intelligence, talent, and personality are innate and unchangeable. People on this path see their abilities as carved in stone. They believe you either have it or you don't. They spend their energy documenting intelligence or talent instead of developing it. They see challenges as risks to be avoided. Failure could expose a lack of inherent ability. Effort is viewed as a sign of weakness. This creates a deep-seated fear of failure and a tendency to give up when faced with obstacles. In stark contrast, a growth mindset is rooted in the belief that Basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. This perspective doesn't deny genetics or natural aptitudes. It asserts that everyone's potential is unknown and can expand with passion, toil, and training. Challenges become opportunities to learn and grow. Failure is a crucial part of the learning process, a stepping stone to mastery. Effort is the path to becoming smarter and more capable. This creates two entirely different psychological worlds. 1. A world of judgment and validation. 2. A world of learning and improvement. As we move forward, we will dissect how these two mindsets manifest in daily life. Response to criticism. Your willingness to take on new challenges. Your ultimate ability to persevere in the face of setbacks. Recognizing which world you currently inhabit is the beginning of consciously choosing the one you want to live in. Now, here's a quick outline of what's next, part 2. Act 1, what is a growth mindset? 1, the seed of potential. 2, the power of yet. 3, effort, the engine of growth. 4, embracing imperfection, the role of challenges. 5, feedback as fuel, not fire. At its core, a growth mindset is the simple yet revolutionary belief that your abilities are not fixed. It is the understanding that your intelligence, your talents, your very character can be cultivated and developed over time. In a fixed mindset, this seed is seen as having a predetermined size and shape. It will grow into a specific plant and nothing more. But with a growth mindset, you recognize that this seed holds infinite possibilities. With the right nurturing through effort, strategy, and learning, it can grow into a magnificent tree far grander than you might have initially imagined. This viewpoint fundamentally changes your relationship with yourself and your capabilities. It shifts you from being a passive observer of your own traits to an active participant in your own development. However, a growth mindset proposes that these starting points are just that, starting points. They are not the final destination. The world is filled with stories of individuals who were not initially seen as naturals, but who went on to achieve greatness through relentless practice and a deep-seated belief in their capacity to improve. This mindset is the quiet, internal voice that says, my current ability is just one point in time, not a permanent state. It is the foundation upon which all meaningful progress is built. A student with a fixed mindset who receives a poor grade on a math test might conclude, I'm just not a math person. This statement is a final judgment, a closing of a door. In contrast, a student with a growth mindset would interpret the same poor grade very differently. Their thought process would be, I did not do well on this test. I need to figure out what I did wrong, study those concepts more, and maybe ask the teacher for help. This is not a judgment of their identity, but an assessment of a specific outcome, one that can be changed. This subtle but profound shift in perspective unlocks an entirely new way of operating in the world. It transforms every experience from a test of your inherent worth into an opportunity to expand your abilities. But it does reveal that your true potential is unknowable and that the journey of stretching yourself is where true fulfillment lies. This is the first, most crucial step, understanding that who you are today is not a final draft, but simply a work in progress, full of potential, waiting to be cultivated. So start there. One of the most powerful and practical tools is the simple addition of the word yet to your internal vocabulary. When you face a task you cannot complete or a skill you have not yet mastered, a fixed mindset leads to closed statements like, I can't do this, I don't understand. Those phrases are dead ends. They make failure feel permanent. They shut down motivation. They tell you your abilities have hit a wall. Now, Introduce the power of yet. Add yet to the end, and meaning changes. I can't do this becomes I can't do this yet. I don't understand becomes I don't understand yet. That shift opens a world of possibility. It says your current state is temporary. It points to a future where mastery is possible, yet builds a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. It puts you on a learning curve, not at a final endpoint. I'm not good at reading. You're not good at reading yet. The child sees struggle as temporary. The same principle applies to adults. Learning new software at work, mastering a musical instrument, building a business from the ground up. The challenges are the same. Your narrative changes everything. Listen to your self-talk. Thought, I'm not skilled enough for this promotion. Reframe, I'm not skilled enough for this promotion yet. It keeps the door to progress open and prompts useful questions. What do I need to learn? What steps can I take to get there? It's the language of possibility. So remember to add that little word. Section 3. Effort, the engine of growth. In the world of the fixed mindset, effort is often seen as a negative signal. The underlying belief is that if you possess true talent or intelligence, things should come easily to you. Needing to try hard is perceived as a sign of deficiency, proof that you are not one of the naturals. This perspective creates a paradox where individuals may actively avoid effort to protect their ego. They fear that if they have to work hard and still struggle, it will expose their fundamental lack of ability. This fear can lead to procrastination, giving up prematurely, and a general aversion to anything that requires sustained exertion. A growth mindset completely inverts this relationship. It repositions effort as the single most important ingredient for developing ability. From this perspective, effort is not an indicator of weakness. It is the very mechanism that activates your potential and turns it into tangible skill. Effort is what forges new neural connections, deepens understanding, and hones your capabilities. Think of a world-class athlete. They show up to practice every single day, pushing their bodies to their limits, refining their technique through thousands of hours of deliberate practice. To them, sweat is not a sign of weakness, it is the currency of greatness. A growth mindset applies this same athletic principle to every domain of life, from an entrepreneur building a company to a writer crafting a novel or a leader developing a team. Therefore, learning to embrace and even celebrate effort is a cornerstone of building a growth mindset. When you complete a difficult task, do not just praise the result. Acknowledge the hard work it took to get there. Tell yourself, that was challenging, and I am proud of the focus and persistence I applied. By consciously appreciating your own effort, you reinforce the belief that your hard work is productive and meaningful. You begin to associate striving with growth, not with struggle. This changes your motivation from a desire to look smart to a genuine desire to get smarter. Effort becomes your greatest tool, the engine that powers you toward your full potential. Section 4. Embracing imperfection, the role of challenges. For someone operating from a fixed mindset, challenges are seen as significant threats. But if they fail, it is seen as a definitive judgment on their core capabilities, a permanent mark against their name. This high-pressure internal environment means that challenges are often avoided altogether. Why risk exposing a perceived flaw when you can stick to what you already know you are good at? This avoidance creates a comfort zone that slowly becomes a cage, preventing any real growth or expansion of skills. A growth mindset, on the other hand, reframes the entire concept of a challenge. It sees difficulty not as a threat, but as an essential and exciting opportunity to learn and expand. Challenges are the gym where your mental muscles get stronger. A person with a growth mindset understands that feeling of struggle is not a sign that they are failing. It is the feeling of their mind stretching and their skills expanding. Consider the difference in how two employees might approach a new, complex project at work. The employee with a fixed mindset might feel a surge of anxiety, thinking, "I've never done anything like this before. What if I mess it up?" In contrast, the employee with a growth mindset would see the same project and think, "This is a great chance to learn something new and add a valuable skill to my repertoire." Embracing imperfection is therefore a fundamental practice for cultivating a growth mindset. It means giving yourself permission to be a beginner, to make mistakes, and to not have all the answers immediately. When you choose to climb a mountain, you do not expect the path to be a flat, easy stroll. You expect steep inclines, loose rocks, moments of exhaustion. It understands that the struggle is not an indication that you are on the wrong path. It is proof that you are climbing higher. Section 5. Feedback as fuel, not fire. In a fixed mindset, criticism feels like a personal attack. If you believe your talents are fixed, critique equals judgment of you. It feels like someone saying you are fundamentally flawed. Defensiveness, anger, shame. To protect self-worth, people with a fixed mindset might dismiss feedback, or blame the giver, or simply shut down. A growth mindset turns the fire of criticism into fuel. Feedback stops being personal judgment and becomes essential, actionable information. It's data on how to improve. Growth-minded people actively seek feedback, even when it's hard to hear. Think of a professional chef. They constantly taste their own food. They ask other chefs for opinions. They listen to discerning customers. Someone says, "Needs more salt," or "Texture's slightly off." The chef doesn't throw down the apron. They listen intently, process the input, go back to the kitchen and refine, creating, receiving feedback, iterating. Start small. Ask a trusted colleague or mentor, "What is one thing I could have done better on that presentation?" When you get feedback, listen without defending. Don't argue or justify. Aim to understand. Thank them they've given you a gift. By showing you're open to learning, you accelerate growth and build a reputation as resilient, adaptable, committed to excellence. You turn every interaction into a lesson. Section 1. The Blueprint of Belief. Your mindset is the invisible architect of your life, the silent force that draws the blueprint for your every action. It begins in the quiet realm of your thoughts with the beliefs you hold about yourself and your capabilities. These beliefs are not just fleeting ideas, they are the foundational assumptions upon which you build your entire experience. If you believe your talents are fixed, every thought will be filtered through that lens. A new project at work will trigger thoughts of risk and potential failure. A compliment will be processed as temporary validation. A piece of criticism will feel like a final verdict. These thoughts are the first critical step in the chain reaction that determines your results. From these initial thoughts, your emotional response is born. A fixed mindset views a challenge as a threat and produces anxiety, fear, self-doubt. In contrast, a growth mindset sees the same challenge as an opportunity. This will be a chance to learn, sparks curiosity, excitement, determination. These emotions then drive your behavior. Anxiety and insecurity lead to avoidance, procrastinate, delegate the task, minimal effort to lower the stakes. Curiosity and determination create approach behaviors. Dive into research. Ask questions. Break the problem into smaller steps. Invest significant effort, belief, thought, emotion, action. It's a continuous, often unconscious process, but understanding it gives you the power to intervene. Choose growth beliefs consciously. Change the thoughts you have in response to events. reshape your emotional landscape and drive more productive behaviors. Your mindset is an active force that creates the blueprint of your actions and ultimately your achievements. It is the starting point of everything you will become. Section 2, the cycle of growth. At the very heart of personal and professional development lies a simple 4-stage process, the cycle of growth. The 4 stages are try, fail, learn, improve. Your mindset acts as the gatekeeper for this entire process. A fixed mindset creates friction and resistance at every single stage. It fears the try because it fears the potential fail. A growth mindset, however, embraces this cycle as the path to mastery. They are not paralyzed by failure because they have reframed it. Failure is not a final judgment but a data point. A growth mindset sees failure as critical. The failure is followed by, what can I learn from this? The focus shifts to analysis. Finally, learning leads to the 4th stage, improve. Apply insights to the next attempt. You try again, armed with new knowledge and a refined strategy. A growth mindset fuels this cycle. It gives resilience to handle failure, curiosity to learn from it, and determination to try again. It is the psychological operating system that makes continuous improvement possible. Section 3, the habit loop of a growth mindset. Our lives are largely governed by habits, the automated behaviors that we perform without conscious thought. These habits are formed through a neurological loop consisting of a cue, a routine, and a reward. For someone with a fixed mindset, the cue of a difficult problem often triggers a routine of avoidance or distraction. The reward is the immediate relief from that mental discomfort, which reinforces the habit of quitting when things get hard. A growth mindset cultivates a completely different and far more powerful habit loop. The cue remains the same. However, because this cue is interpreted as an opportunity rather than a threat, it triggers a very different routine. Instead of avoidance, the routine becomes engagement. The reward in the growth mindset habit loop is also profoundly different. Instead, the reward is the feeling of progress, the small victory of figuring something out, the sense of pride that comes from persevering through difficulty. This creates a powerful positive feedback loop. The more you engage with challenges and experience the satisfaction of overcoming them, the more your brain learns to seek out that experience. This is the foundation of grit and resilience. It is not about having superhuman willpower in every moment. It is about cultivating a system of habits where your default behavior is to persist and learn. Your mindset determines the habits you build, and your habits ultimately create your future. Section 4. The lens of opportunity, how mindset frames your world. Imagine 2 people looking at the exact same landscape. One sees only the steep, rocky mountains. The other sees the same mountains but focuses on the breathtaking view from the summit. This is precisely how mindset works. It acts as a lens through which you view every situation, framing it as a threat to be feared or an opportunity to be embraced. A fixed mindset applies a lens of judgment and risk to every experience. When a new responsibility is offered at work, it is seen primarily through the frame of, what if I fail? A growth mindset, conversely, applies a lens of opportunity and learning. The same new responsibility at work is framed as, what can I learn from this? However, a growth mindset makes a conscious choice about what to focus on. It acknowledges the difficulty, but chooses to place its attention on the potential for growth within that difficulty. You are far more likely to take on a challenge if you see it as a learning opportunity than if you see it as a test you might fail. By changing your lens, you change your actions, and in doing so, you begin to shape a different reality for yourself. Section 6. The echo of results, how mindset creates your reality. Ultimately, your mindset is not just an internal state of being. It is a powerful engine of creation that produces tangible, real-world results. The connection is direct and undeniable. The behaviors driven by your mindset accumulate over time. Each individual choice may seem small, but compounded over weeks, months, and years, they create vastly different life trajectories. Consider the long-term outcomes of two individuals starting in the same career. The one with a fixed mindset plays it safe. Over a decade, they find themselves being passed over for promotions. Now, consider the individual with a growth mindset. They actively seek out challenging assignments. After a decade, their reality is one of leadership, mastery, and fulfillment. This principle extends to every area of your life, in health, in relationships, in finance. Your results are the lagging measure of your mindset. They are the harvest you reap from the seeds of belief you have planted and nurtured. If you want to change your results, you cannot simply focus on your actions. You must go deeper to the root cause. You must begin by changing the way you think. Your future reality is waiting to be shaped by the mindset you choose to cultivate today. Today we have journeyed through the landscape of the mind, exploring the profound difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. We began by understanding that your mindset is the silent architect of your future. It dictates whether you see challenges as threats or as exciting opportunities for growth. It determines whether you view effort as a sign of weakness or as the very engine that drives your progress. It transforms feedback from a painful judgment into invaluable fuel for your development. And most importantly, they build rituals of resilience into their daily lives, morning resets, purposeful learning, and evening reflections. They do not just have a growth mindset, they live it. You are not a finished statue, but a block of marble with the power to sculpt yourself. The tools for this transformation are not external, they are the beliefs you choose to hold, the language you choose to use, and the habits you choose to build. The journey from who you are to who you can become begins with the simple, powerful decision to believe in your own capacity to grow. Don't try to change everything at once. Instead, choose just one thing, one single area of your life where you're ready to apply the principles of growth. Perhaps it is a skill at work, maybe it is a health habit, or becoming a more patient parent. Once you have chosen your one thing, commit to approaching it with a growth mindset. We invite you to make this commitment real by sharing it. Comment below with the one thing you are ready to improve this year. The act of writing it down and sharing it with a community of like-minded individuals is a powerful step. It makes your intention concrete and creates a sense of accountability. Today is the day you take the first deliberate step on the path of conscious, intentional growth. Your future depends on how you think today. Keep learning, keep growing, and never stop improving. If this video has helped you shift your mindset, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and continue growing with us. Your journey is our journey, and we're here to support you every step of the way.